Hey, Chris Young here from HomeKit Geek. It is October 11th, 2018, and those of us who are lucky enough to get our pre-orders in received some presents from Amazon today. So one of the things that I got in my little stocking, if you will, is an Amazon Echo subwoofer. So this is it's a subwoofer, right? It's a 6-inch subwoofer, 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It's a Amazon Echo device, which you would think means that I would get Madame A on this. But actually, that's not quite the case here. This is more of a companion device, and you're going to pair this with either an Echo or a pair of Echoes or Echo Pluses, and you'll be able to create kind of a multi-speaker audio system, similar to what you would get with a Sonos, right? So you get a left, a right, a subwoofer in there, so a Dolby 2, 2.1 is how I've seen this described. But some things you need to know about this. You cannot create a stereo group with just any Echo that you have lying around. You're going to need to get the right firmware on it, and basically right now, from what I can tell, it can work with the Echo 2nd generation or the Echo Plus, the brand new one that was also just released today. If you had the older version, the 1st generation of the Echo Plus, doing some smart home, Zigbee home stuff, check out the review above. That won't work here. You're going to need the newest generation. So I've got a couple of Echo 2nd gens here that I'm going to set up in a stereo group, and let's walk through that and see how that works. But before we do that, we're going to do a quick unboxing here, and I do mean quick. I'm going to fast forward this because this is pretty uneventful. As you can see, basically you open up the box, you take it out of the bag, and that's really about it. You got the instructions in here. You plug it in, and there's really nothing to the setup of the device itself. All that you really need to do is plug it in. You may have to push that button there to get it back into pairing mode. The orange light means it is in pairing mode, and that's it. Other than that, you're all on the app. So we're here in the Madame A app, and if you haven't seen the new version yet, it's pretty cool. They've done a whole facelift on the smart home interface. Definitely check out my review on that. We're going to go down to the bottom here. We're going to look at the Echo Sub, and usually, and I actually did see this with the Echo Dot Gen 3, these will arrive all, you order it with your account, it'll arrive already paired to your account. The Wi-Fi is already set up. That was pretty cool. I didn't have that with the Sub though, so I actually had to go in and press the action button and manually pair it into my Wi-Fi network. So if you hit this as well, it's really easy. Just hold the button down on the Sub for about 6 seconds, and it'll flash orange. And then we're going to go over to the Apple Wi-Fi. I'm doing this on an iOS device. I'm going to go over to the Wi-Fi settings, and we should see here an Amazon SSID pop up right away. So there we are. I've clicked on that, Amazon 1N4. That is the Wi-Fi network, and this is going to allow me to connect to the device, go back over to my Amazon app, and continue on with my setup. So if this doesn't work the first time, that's okay. Just go back in, do the settings. It actually took me a couple times to get it to work properly, but once it did, it's one of those one-time things. You choose your the particular Wi-Fi that you want to connect to. In my case, because I have saved those settings to Amazon for my Wi-Fi network, I don't even have to type in my Wi-Fi pre-shared key, which is, again, kind of nice. It's one of those little touches that Amazon is trying to make a concerted effort to make it easier to connect these things, right? So there's some other enhancements that they've been doing around the pairing that I'm hoping to get my hands on and play with quickly. So once you've got this set up, then it'll take you through some tips. Again, the Sub must be part of a speaker set before you can play music. Echo Sub should be placed on the floor. Avoid placing speakers directly against walls or furniture. Once your speaker set is set up, you're good to go. But if you want to make changes to your speaker set, you have to delete it and re-add. So again, that was one of the things that I encountered here. As you can see, Echo 1 and 2 are already in a speaker set, so I can't join that speaker set. So I actually had to go delete the speaker set and then re-add them. So although not ideal, it was a relatively painless process. I just went down, selected the speaker set, waited a couple seconds for the settings to update, and then I clicked on the delete speaker set, away we go. It's now canceled. Now I can go back into my office again here. We'll click on that, click on an Echo 1 or 2, and then say, okay, let's create a stereo pair subwoofer. We'll click on that continue button, and then we will select the echoes and the subwoofer that we would like to have as part of the set. So as part of the setup, you select, you're going to be the left channel or the right channel, which you can always change later. And then it just connects your speakers. This may take a minute or two. It's actually very, very similar to the multi-home audio. If you set everything that up, it's very similar to that. I'll speed that up with a little movie magic, and the stereo sub pair has been created. So we can now see that the Echo 1, Echo 2 are there. It's now available as a stereo sub pair. You can see that in the speaker groups below. So it's actually kind of a speaker group, which is, this is something I've wanted for a while, is the ability to have a speaker group in a room and then also in everywhere. So multiple speaker groups, which has kind of been a problem with Amazon for me. So what's cool here is you can see that the stereo sub pair is actually available to put in the speaker group. So if I wanted to, I could have created a stereo pair and with a couple of echoes, put them in one area of the house and potentially do that multiple times, right? So at least you get something, I wouldn't say it's close, but it kind of emulates a Sonos experience, right? Obviously, I am not getting rid of my Sonos anytime soon for a lot of reasons. Or actually, really, it's 3 reasons. It's not a lot of reasons. The biggest issue I have with it right now seems to be Amazon Music only, right? So you can play from your Prime, your Amazon Music account. That's great. It sounds really good, especially for the price range. I'm really, really impressed with the sound quality of this. But that's kind of where it ends for me. I can't play Bluetooth audio to the group. So if I play Bluetooth to one of the speakers, it doesn't just kind of magically happen and do its stereo thing through the rest of the speakers like I would get with Sonos if I'm doing something like AirPlay 2 to my Sonos Beam. The other problem that I have with Amazon, although again this is a big step for them, you know, they're getting into the multi-home audio, which is good, and they're doing it at a really interesting price range. Their grouping is okay, right? You have an everywhere group, and if you put everything in the everywhere group, you can't put it anywhere else. So you can't split up your groups into upstairs and downstairs and things that you can kind of do within Sonos. And frankly, you can even do that within Apple's AirPlay 2. So would I recommend this? Yeah, it sounds good. If you're in the Amazon camp, it's probably a good fit for you. Again, make sure you got the right devices. It's got to be the Echo Gen 2 or the Echo Plus Gen 2. And other than that, I think you'll probably be quite happy with it. So we'll wrap it up right there. Again, this is the first night with this, so I'm sure we'll learn some tips and tricks over the next couple of weeks. I will do an update on this if I need to. Definitely put in the comments below if I've missed anything, if you've got questions. Basically, if you're in the Amazon camp already, if you've already got Echoes in your house, if you like Amazon Music, that's your preferred music service, you'll probably be really, really happy with this solution. If you're in Apple Music, if you're in Spotify, maybe not so much right now. You might want to hold off until that's kind of figured out a little bit more, at least the Spotify. I don't expect the Apple to be figured out anytime soon. There will be links in the video details below if you're looking at picking these products up. Definitely, I would really appreciate it if you looked at and considered using those links. It's an Amazon affiliate link. Being straight with you guys, it helps to support me to continue to do this. If you guys got any questions, you know what to do. Likes are always appreciated. Ring that bell, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you soon.